Anyhow, we have an apple. I think this is going to be one of the last puzzles for today. We have an apple. I need to unpush this button. Can I do it like this? I mean, the button is unpushed. I'm a son of a man. Biologically true. But now what? Because we're clearly not supposed to climb the apples in this case. Oh! The door opened when we weren't looking. Now what? We can make more apples again. I'm sure this thing has something to do with it. Let's try to put an apple in. Oh, we can literally only ever. Oh. We can literally only ever duplicate things in this room. We can't even, like, drag them around. So, surely. What do we need the apple for? Like, first things first. What do we need the apple for? We need the apple because. Okay, but how? Because we can, like, we can do this and just hope that one apple makes it across at some point, maybe? At some point it's going to work, surely. It's really not, because that's not how this works. Has to be a way to turn you off or something, right? Or to block you? Maybe not. Hold on. If we... It's a smaller one. I don't know how it decides the size of the clone. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. This does not seem like the way you're supposed to do this at all. Okay. Second try. Still not entirely sure how I'm supposed to get past this, but maybe if we just go all the way to the back wall. Okay, so clearly this is also not ideal. We have to do it from this direction. If spamming is the way to do it, which I very much doubt that it is, we have to do it from this direction and just, like, do this real quick. Come on. They're not making it past. They're definitely not making it past. Wait a second, electrical outlets. Is that thing just plugged? Can I just plug it? It's not even plugged in. I don't see any cables or cords. How does this thing get power? Okay, this is the... I don't want to say the first puzzle that's throwing me because I've had some trouble with other puzzles in the past. In this very episode, as a matter of fact. But this is the first puzzle where I'm actually at an immediate, like, loss for what I'm supposed to do. Because the only reasonable answer that I can see, unless I'm supposed to jump down here. Am I? I must be. Nope. That ain't it. Then what? Then what is it? Can I make like a giant apple this way? No. No, I cannot. Can't take that with me either. The only interactable object in this room, seemingly, is the apple and the fire. Is there a fire alarm up there? Is the apple a red flag? Not a red flag. You know what? Oh my fucking god. You're not gonna tell me that this is the way I have to do this? By slowly but surely. I don't know. I don't know. This kind of feels like it might not be the way you're intended to do this. And I don't even know for sure if this will work or not. But if it works, it's actually kind of hilarious. The most annoying part is that you can't actually like pick any of these up. So you just have to make a trail and hope that they bounce in the generally right direction. And sometimes they do. And sometimes they do not. Oh, give me one that's good enough, I suppose. That's better. I'm gonna be so mad if this does not work. Because if the apple is actually the solution, why are you like this? Well, I got the achievement I was talking about earlier. But I maxed out the amount of this entity that I can have. So do I now like max out the apples as well? But the apples resets. Well, I did think about people doing this because clearly, like if the thing is, right, I have no control over this, and I'm sure that they partly put a max on the amount of duplicates of any given object that you can make to prevent you from lagging out of existence, but also to prevent you from, well, doing exactly what I was just doing. So that means the apple must be the answer. But how? Unless I can block the fan by standing in front of it? Which I somehow very much doubt is the case. Yeah, no, that's definitely not the case. Hold, I can make it. I have an idea. I have an idea, because I can just make a trail of apples this way. Then make a trail of apples this way. Kind of. I don't know if this is the way I'm supposed to do it either. Just gonna be real with you. I feel like this might not be the intended way either, but it seems like it's working because it's not being affected by the wind too much. The only thing that I'm wondering is how in the fucking world am I gonna get the apples from back there over here? Because it seems like we're running into some issues with this bench over here, which this bench is definitely placed specifically for this purpose as well, isn't it? To prevent me from actually like doing this halfway clever strategy. Which then brings us to the next idea, which is I don't have a fucking clue. I honestly don't have an. I honestly don't know. Apparently, I've been on this puzzle for about 10 minutes now. What other IDs can I do? Could conceivably make a tower? No, I can't. But maybe I can, maybe, no. Okay, let's see if there's any other thing that we can interact with around here. I very much doubt it. I am sure that it has to be the apples. I am very tempted to go look up the solution to this puzzle. Because otherwise this entire video is just going to be me running around. Because this is definitely a second episode already by now. We're 37 minutes in. This entire video might as well just be me running around, not knowing what to do, right? And I've kind of exhausted all of my options, so unless there is something interactable about this, which it doesn't look like there is, something to do with the ceiling? I don't think so. I do not think so at all. I'll be right back. I'm gonna look up what the solution is, because I honestly have no idea. Unless there is some like perspective trickery with these stairs that I can like clip through or something. But that would be absolutely just stupid. Give me a moment. I'm going to look this up on my phone, because if I alt-tab out of this window, my recording is going to get all messed up, because this game does not like being recorded. Okay, it seems like this puzzle is generally regarded as being a steaming pile of bullshit by most people. To the point where they actually changed this room between a year ago and now, because I saw a video from a year ago where this room is different and the bottomless pit doesn't exist, and people were just trying to fill it up over there to stop the fan from blowing the apples away. So they added the bottomless pits, and there's used to be a ramp rather than two stairs. I don't exactly know why. Probably something to do with the solution. Turns out it is possible to do it with the fire alarm things, but that's not what I'm going to try. What you actually do is that. I fucking hate this. Anyway, we fixed that puzzle somehow.
Warning. Dr. Pierce is frantically submitting numerous spelling and grammar mistakes into the standard orientation protocol in a desperate attempt to counsel you. I have no subroutine to correct these errors, but I cannot compromise the integrity of the standard orientation protocol. You will not receive these messages. They would not make sense regardless.
Can I just jump up here with these? That would be fantastic. It seems like I can. Okay. See, sometimes puzzles are hard. Sometimes they are stupidly easy. And today, it's one of those last ones. After having the most ridiculously difficult puzzle in the history of humanity.
Dr. Pierce continues to input significant errors. I will interpret his basic ideas. Hello, my introductions are redundant. I am a real doctor who went to doctor school.
Yeah, that sounds legit.
Has never been a mistake. I can help you, but I also do not know how. Transmission ends.
Hello, name is my Pierce Dr. Glenn. To the Somnosculpt Welcome Experience, team of your care lead.
Things are breaking apart, which leads me to believe we're getting closer to the end of the game, probably. And we're 45 minutes into this recording, 5 minutes of which is just me looking up a video of how to do that last puzzle. So I'm gonna keep recording a little while longer, just because it feels like we might be getting, again, close to the end of the game here. Which means that we would do it within like 3 episodes, and I would appreciate that, because that means we have completed the game and we can move on to something else entirely. This seems nice. Let's move on. We can actually go in here. It's a little theater. Oh, that's nice. That's very, very nice. Can we jump through or something? With a try, I suppose, right? With a try.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. This is a notification that you have reappeared on our monitoring system after a prolonged absence. Please continue to do whatever you did most recently, and discontinue whatever you were doing immediately prior to that.
Okay, yeah, that sentence makes all the sense in the world. There's a little house over here, which I am sure we just need to make bigger in order to walk into. Okay, so now my question becomes, right? Is this like... This has to be non-Euclidean rules, so if I make it slightly smaller and I go in... It is! I love that! I fucking love that. So we probably want to be relatively big going into here. But maybe we want to go back out at some point. And just like make it bigger. So we can go back in and be slightly smaller. And then we can fit through this door. Exactly! I didn't even know this door was coming up and I need to be even smaller than I am right now. But that is a really nice application of playing with scale like that. I like that a lot. I hope that that probably means that this entire like section of the game, this entire world, is centered around the mechanic of changing your size, and I really, really like that. As long as it doesn't glitch out. So these puzzles are probably going to be way more up my alley than the last couple of puzzles, because again, that apple puzzle, I know.
Dr. Glenn Pierce. In addition to continuing and discontinuing as mentioned earlier, please also disregard any unsettling experiences that you may have recently had. Everything should have now reverted to being soothing and therapeutic. If this is not the case, you may be receiving this message in error.
We just got introduced to the wind mechanic, so surely... Maybe we blow you off instead? That would make a certain amount of sense. Nope. Oh, we can probably just... Just put you down there, and then... turn you around a little bit. There we go! See, the wind mechanic. This time I actually like it. Where is the door that I needed to go through? It's this one, right? Yeah, there we go. So what do next? Now things are going to get significantly more difficult going forward here. Because now we also have to check, oh, we can't change your skill. Okay, so at least the skill we're at right now is the skill we need to be. Though I don't exactly know how that works, because it seems like we need to jump through these windows. Okay, so that is how that works. We can make this gigantic and then jump in through these windows. Presumably get stuck here, but that'll be fine, because I'm sure that we're supposed to be this small, right? If we're not, that is problematic. Yeah, we are. Here's the exit for this stage. That wasn't too difficult, now was it? Let's go take a shower. I can't turn on the shower, never mind. I guess I'll just smell. Don't tell me we're gonna go into like gravity bending effects as well. Oh, hold on.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
This...
And I'd like to read you my favorite inspirational quote.
Is that?
The worst thing you can do is focus on negativity. It won't spare you from the cage of death, the pain of disease, the cruelty of time, the cold shell of human nature, or the eventual loss of everything you've ever held dear. Whatever you do, don't focus on that.
I'll try. I'll try not to focus on any of that. But if you keep bringing it up, that's going to be real difficult. We're literally inside of a ventilation shaft right now, and we can make you bigger again. Right? You become even bigger this way? Or maybe you don't. Maybe I just made you smaller. Oh, what we do is we put you down there, and then when we go back, we'll be at the exit. That's really clever. Again, I like this. This is probably my favorite level or world or whatever you want to call it so far. We're changing with scale. We're changing like... It's starting to be more like Portal because we're actually changing like where we enter and exit, changing scale as well.
My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to thank you for triggering every single one of our 823 emergency protocols. This will assist us greatly in improving the system for future patients. Congratulations. Anyway, you're now headed in the right direction, and we should be able to initiate the emergency exit protocol shortly.
So where do we go? Because I can make myself very, very small, I get that, but where do we go? I think that's the most important thing to figure out first. Probably up there, actually, now I think about it. Maybe not. Hold on, I know what we have to do. I know what we have to do. We have to make you big enough for us to fit inside. Then we can put this one up there, maybe, if we're very careful and all lucky. It has to be slightly smaller. Which is fine, we can do that. No, that's fine, we can do that. Okay, and now when we go through here, we see a gigantic chessboard. You know what, let's just take this with us, just in case. And matter of fact, let's take both of them with us, because it seems like we might require both at some point again. That being said, there is a house over there as well, so let's just jump down. We'll probably be fine. We don't have fall damage, right? No, we don't. Okay, and that seems like the end level door, which definitely means that we're going to call it here for now, because I've been recording for 55 minutes. And my brain, I'm starting to smell burnt toast. I know that's supposed to be a stroke and not like a brain-related thing. And that was a real bad joke. I don't actually like have a stroke right now. That I know of. Anyway. Okay, things are starting to change significantly. I started at the next level.
Initiated. Please prepare to conclude your Somnasculpt experience in 10, 9, 8. Error logged by.
Orientation protocol.
Stand by for analysis.
It seems like it might actually be the end though.
Error analysis complete. You are exhibiting signs consistent with an increase in fear, hopelessness, and frustration. This is inconceivable, as Somnasculpt therapy is proven to correlate with a decrease in these emotions.
Am I going in a loop?
Hypothesis. Patient was improperly oriented. Conclusion.
Yeah.
Possible. Reformulating.
You tell me again.
Improved hypothesis. Patient requires additional Somnasculpt therapy. Conclusion. Emergency exit protocol cannot proceed. Emergency exit protocol has been emergency destroyed. Instruction. Continue with Somnasculpt therapy indefinitely on an independent basis, as all orientation resources have been exhausted. This concludes your standard orientation protocol. Goodbye.
I think that was the end of the game. Was it? Maybe not. Was it? Is there more? Am I ever gonna be free of this curse? I think there's more. Nope. Maybe there's not more. Is this the end of the game? I think this is the end of the game. I know there's like custom, like community-made levels, which is probably what this is all about. Because we went through we get reset early and early every single time. And okay, we are really in like Matrix Town. Okay, so this is definitely not the end of the game yet. I hear another alarm clock. Where is it? There it is. I don't know if this game is just messing with me at this point. Okay, we dead end. Yeah, I'm starting to think that this is just the end of the game and it just gives you one of a variety of different permutations of this never-ending cycle here. But there might still be a thing for me to figure out. And if that's the case, I will. Probably not, because I'm not patient enough for any of that. But this does seem to have a certain amount of finality to it, because I can't interact with anything. Can I just close the door? Can I get back into bed? You would assume that if this is the end of the game, I would see a credits roll, right? So there has to be more to it. But I can't even interact with the alarm clock anymore. So surely there's nothing for me to interact with and the game doesn't reset me. This is the end? Question mark? It has to be. Something to do with the roof, maybe? The ceiling, rather. The roof would be the outside. Yeah, so I'm going to assume that this is the end. I'll look it up real quick. Hold on. There is something that I can interact with, and this seems like it might be a portal after... This is a portal! This is a portal! I found it! I found it on my own! I'm actually a genius, turns out. But it still does feel like...
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. Thank you for completing the Somnosculpt Standard Orientation Protocol. Before you begin the first phase of therapy, I'd like to briefly describe the finite and fragile nature of the dream state.
Look, now we're getting into real mind-bending stuff. Are these levels we've been to before? I think these are levels we've been to before, but just turned on their side. Maybe? This is weird. This just keeps getting better now. Every time I'm like, okay, this is real cool, but this surely is the end of it. It keeps going.
Of course, nothing is more challenging than the difficulty of changing perception.
Certainly.
Of fundamentally altering your perceptions in a way that will enable you to face dire, trial-by-fire scenarios with solutions that could not be found otherwise.
This is the end sequence, for sure. I'm not doing any more puzzles. I'm just getting narration and weird mind-bending stuff.